Hi everyone, it's Dr. Brad Meyer from Stephen F. Austin State University, where I'm the Associate Professor of Percussion. My third tip for the TMEA two-mallet etude is talk a little bit about general tendencies, and this may be not true for everyone, but I found at least in my playing, which I find will be probably a little common in a lot of people, that we're going to have tendencies to rush and drag in different areas. So what I think and what I felt in this piece is that, it's a very challenging moment, but when there's a little bit easier of a moment, like for example measure 21, where we're not really moving around a whole lot, that's going to allow us to rush ahead because it's a little bit easier. So go back to tip 2, when we're thinking about our pulse and obviously working with a metronome, hopefully that body pulse will prevent us from rushing or too much rushing. So make sure that you're just paying attention in that section, that we're not speeding ahead on something that's easy, because then that section directly goes into square B, measure 33, and this section is full of double stops at a forte volume. Now this is pretty fast. This da-da-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun can be a little bit challenging, and at that full volume, it's really easy to kind of fall back on our tempo. So make sure that as you're working with your metronome, you're feeling how you might have to put a little bit more velocity, a little bit more energy into that section to keep it in the time of everything else. The last section I would just kind of give you a little warning about is that measure 41 to measure 49, which is box C. In that section, we have a whole lot of kind of moving around. That's probably the most challenging few bars of the solo. And so something can happen timing-wise. You may be a person that slows those down because they become challenging, or you may be a person that speeds it up because you get nervous and you kind of want to get through that moment. So just make sure whatever you feel when you're fighting that metronome, that you try to do the opposite, so that when it comes time to play in front of people, that you know, okay, the metronome may not be on, but I know that I generally rush or drag this moment, so let me try to do just a little bit of that opposite to really keep a great centralized pulse and feel. I hope that helps. Have a great day and axe some jacks.